13 years. For 13 years you have been lied to. You thought Hill Climb was just a game, but no. Those cute cartoon crashes hides a decade of dark secrets. We all laugh when Bill Newton snaps his neck and restarts. But the real question is, why can he never escape? We are going far beyond the surface theories and ripping apart the lore you never heard about to uncover the shocking truth behind Bill, his immortality, and the tragic reason he can never stop climbing. In this video, we are going to expose the hidden stories that have been right in front of us but never truly discussed. Alright, so the game's story is really all about one guy, Bill. Bill looks like a regular dude, but he is actually known as an immortal being. As you already know how he can heal super fast. No matter how hard he crashes or twists his neck, he just keeps going. And because he loves adventure, his driving passion reaches all the way to the solar system. Seriously, Bill is the kind of guy who spends his weekends crashing Mars, checking out alien worlds, and even chilling near the sun. However, in his home, Glen Canyon, he is more than just a racer. He is the inventor who figured out how to conquer world tracks using his custom-built cars and clever power-ups, all tuned by his own hands. As more people play the game, the challenges just get harder. Bill and his team keeps creating bigger, crazier races. The work never stops, neither he quits. That's why the game is still so strong today. The core mechanics of hill climb racing aren't just gameplay, they are the rules of Bill's world. Every crash, every restart you did, and every drop of fuel tells a story. These constant failures hide a quiet sadness behind the fun. You know Bill's journey is endless. His fuel tank is always running low, and no matter how far he drives, he runs out of gas. This simple mechanic symbolizes something much deeper, an endless chase with no finish line. His adventure never truly ends. When his neck snaps or his head hits the ground, that's it, game over, right? But every time he comes back, the cycle of dying and restarting is such a dark but fascinating part of his lore. It's like he's trapped in this loop of destruction and rebirth. Then there are the coins and stunts. Bill gets rewarded for taking risks, including the flips, airtime, and all the dangerous stuff he do. Even though it's not just about style, it's about how far he is willing to push himself for the next reward. He's addicted to the thrill, the danger, and the brief satisfaction it brings. Now let's discuss some of the popular theories about Bill. The gravestones you find in the game have his name on them, which some fans think mark the graves of his past self. But do you know his name was actually started as a physics joke, a nod to Isaac Newton? Though his character was shaped by a mix of developer humor and respect for real-world physics legends. This is minor, but there are small hints hidden in certain maps of Hill Climb Racing 1. For example, in the Junkyard map, you can spot a wanted poster for Bill Newton, confirming he is banned from that area. Might because he stole or illegally acquired vehicle parts, scrap, or the whole vehicle from the junkyard. That achievement, Because I Am in Love, is tiny and easy to miss, but surprisingly emotional. It hints that Bill's obsession with climbing impossible hills might come from love, a deep personal attachment that drives him to push further every time. It adds a layer of humanity beneath the game's light-hearted tone, making his endless racing almost tragic. Another fan theory popularized by a YouTube creator takes a grim approach. It sees Bill as an alcoholic who died in a car accident. His endless races and crashes could be a symbolic replay of his death, a punishment where he relives it forever. In his head, constant bobbing while driving has been seen as a secret sign for drug. Now each race becomes part of an eternal cycle of destruction and guilt. When we look at the game's map, it's clear that Bill's adventures go far beyond what any normal human can do. His journeys are truly multidimensional, often breaking physics. He fearlessly drives on the moon and Mars where there is no oxygen. He explores alien planets millions of light years away. He races transcend physical boundaries, taking him to mythological realms like Ragnarok and into digital spaces like the glowing grids of the Neon world. He experiences time distortion distortions like rapid seasonal shifts. This all points to him become potentially very low chance but a god, a time travel which can be possible, or a mind trapped in a simulated realities which is majorly discussed. If you compare the two drivers, the one in Hill Climb Racing 2 looks a bit bigger than the one in the original game, which raises several questions and ultimately another theory. If you play on the haunted map, you can still spot the early prototype version of Bill inside the haunted houses. In the original 2012 game, Bill names wasn't mentioned anywhere in the gameplay itself. You can only saw it in the app's description on the Google Play Store. And from the looks of it, Bill's doing pretty well for himself, considering how expensive all those vehicles are. Whether he's buying from Clams Canyon stores or somewhere else, he's clearly got serious money. Now let's talk about the basic game info, starting with the rides. In Hill Climb Racing 1, we get access to 45 different vehicles, right? Everything from the standard Jeep to the wild stuff like the Moonlander and the monster truck. Now you already know Bill is a master of unrealistic physics, but here's the kicker. He builds and customizes many of these vehicles himself. Think about that. It shows his obsession and need to completely control his environment. Later on, Hill Climb Racing 2 drops 20 base vehicles and this huge customization system. We get to mess with the tuning and the parts attributes. This is where it gets interesting, because the specific part descriptions and the car setups hint at hidden stories, threads, or Bill's constant crazy experimentation. Moreover, the game's maps are so much more than just a challenging track. They are actually clues to the narrative. The countryside, that's Bill's starting line. His home base, often called Clam Canyon. But look how fast he moves, going to the desert, the Arctic, then Moon, and the Mars stages shows Bill's expansion from just driving on Earth to the interstellar and maybe even mental exploration. Even the nuclear plant tells us the extremes. Bill is willing to go far beyond for his goals. And that trippy rainbow stage with its surreal colors, that opens up theories about his mental state or some truly otherworldly experiences. Now the achievements are great, especially the ones with hidden requirements. They offer even more insight into the deep lore. You know about Lucky Fuel, where you just grab the gas, but then you have stuff like Live Fast Philip Young. There's also Casual Driving and Danian Gravity, both rewarding repeated flips, and if you watch the credits to the end, you get the Fingersoft achievement. These achievements really deepen the connection between what we do in the game and the story itself. HCR2 really builds on the first game, adding new secret mechanics, Easter eggs, and the hidden features that even long-time players might miss. All these updates gives us more ways to unlock faster progress and discover the lore, confirming that Bill's Newton universe goes far beyond the original game. With the tuning, the hidden achievements, and the cool environmental storytelling, HCR2 totally preserves that spirit of mystery and experimentation, inviting all of us to uncover new secrets within familiar terrain. Now let's look at the stuff that I think is most important to discuss. And now a deep dive into the HCR2 files uncovered some unreleased vehicles. The most famous piece of determined lore is the FWD buggy, or the alien car. It's insanely fast, but file analysis shows a huge flaw. It cannot climb even the smallest hills. It also has weird tuning limits. This vehicle basically represents a failed attempt to mix high-speed racing with the game's core climbing mechanic. Its removal confirms there are real technical limits to the physics in HCR2. Now there are two rare sources that confirm the game's story is deliberately broken up. There's an internal unreleased Climb Canyon guidebook that developers have referenced, which contains detailed world building and character secrets. This guide confirms that things like the gravestones and wanted poster are intentional. It's a controlled release of lore meant to encourage us to explore and figure things out. But do you know the soft launch of Hill Climb Racing 2 is a full 3D visual and competitive over overhaul that keeps the classic physics-based driving we love, but adds a ton of chaos. The core shift is the move to real-time PvP, where the goal is direct sabotage, not just a better time. They call this aggressive hybrid racer the Chaos Engine. Beyond Bill Newton, you now get new playable drivers with unique traits and specific gadgets like offensive, defensive, or boost tools. This means you don't just have to be a master of car balance anymore. You need to be a strategic with your gadgets and counterplay. That's why HCR2 is the most skill-intensive and interactive game they have ever dropped. Now let's dive into the absolute best theories that make the story go from a fun physics racing to a deep, darker one, starting with the one of the most unsettling ideas in the lore is that invisible wall that's constantly following Bill from behind. It's more than just a simple game boundary. Fans believe it represents something much deeper. Maybe it's an alien force hunting Bill across dimensions, or maybe it's a supernatural judgment that's just following him everywhere. Or the darkest idea, it's a digital prison that traps him in this endless loop of death and rebirth. No matter the map, Earth, Mars, or some alien realm, that wall is always there, just out of sight. It's the one thing Bill can never outrun. And now here's the darkest theory, the one that makes you pause. Bill is actually in coma. His endless racing is just his brain creating an internal fantasy world. The theory goes like this. Bill loved driving and gaming before suffering a brutal car crash. His subconscious mind then created the Hill Climb racing universe as a coping mechanism, an endless world where he never truly ages. Crashes just mean a level restarts, and coins give him tiny dopamine hits. The maps themselves are just fabricated memories of places he wanted to visit but never did. And HCR2's multiplayer that his lonely mind inventing competitors to combat isolation. Does Hill Climb Racing have sad lore? The answer is a definitive yes. It's profoundly sad when you piece everything together. The fundamental premise itself is melancholic. Bill Newton appears trapped in an endless cycle of racing and dying. The most disturbing element is that through achievement that requires driving 1 million meters, this strange naming choice strongly hints that Bill drives endlessly for love, suggesting romantic desperation or loss in the co-driver of his need. This romantic clue is confirmed by a tree carving found during a Valentine event that shows the letter B plus H inside a heart. This confirms a connection between Bill and Hoodie. Hoodie hasn't been officially introduced as a visible character in the game, but the name was suggested from the carved heart's initials. There's a final answer to the biggest question. It's because Fingersoft designed Hill Climb Racing to be an endless experience. There's no final boss, no closing credits. It's built around continuous updates, the infinity replay value through high scores, and the load that only exists in background art and achievements. But when you piece it all together, the gravestones, the wanted posters, the strange maps, and the cryptic achievements, a hidden story emerges.